Hi there, I'm Elise Worthington and today we're in Beachmere, north of Brisbane, to catch up with Wyatt Roy, who's the Liberal National Party candidate for Longman. And at only 20 years of age, he is the youngest candidate in this year's election. Here on the streets of Beachmere, Roy has become somewhat of a celebrity after receiving an extraordinary amount of media attention across Australia in the lead up to the federal election. So what were your motivations for getting into politics?
Well, I think people feel naturally excluded by politics, and I don't think politicians are held in high regard in any way. They're sort of considered used car salesmen or lawyers, and it's not something that I was naturally attracted to. And I think you could say you don't just wake up in the morning and want to be a politician, but there is a cliche, and it's true. You can make a genuine difference from within inside a major political party, and I thought, well, I'll put my hand up, I'll have a go, and I'll be judged on what I say I'll do.
Now, Tony Abbott has quite strong religious views that he makes quite apparent in his policies. How do you feel? Do you have strong religious views? Or
I don't think Tony Abbott makes it apparent in his policy, so I reject that side of it. I think that's who Tony is. He's an individual, and we are the party of individuals. And
so, what do you think about gay marriage in this election?
I think gay marriage is something we'll have to look at in the future. I'm a big believer in equality. But whether it's marriage or whether it's civil unions, I mean, there are different ways to go about this, and I think it gets a little bit emotive when you just say marriage or nothing, and I think we can go a long way to creating greater equality between people.
Candidates spending money on their campaigns has been something that's kind of been highlighted a bit in the media. How many people do you have working your campaign right now?
It's quite significant, but they are all volunteers.
They're all volunteers?
They're all volunteers. No, we don't have enough money to employ anybody, unfortunately.
You have a great car there.
Yeah, well, it's interesting.
The Roy-mobile.
Yeah, I always feel really uncomfortable with it, but I mean, you just have to do that. And it's good that people know that you are out and about and talking to people. And my Labor opponent, he just has never been out there really engaging with the community and listening particularly. And that's something that I've been trying to do.
But his popularity with young people is the least of his concerns. Today, Wyatt is headed out to Beachmere Sands Retirement Village to convince senior voters at the other end of the spectrum of his political credibility.
I think I'm a good example. I don't think I'm anything special. I'm a very small piece in the jigsaw.
Today, you're already in front of a room of seniors who collectively have a vast amount of life experience. How would you address their concerns that in your 20 years of age you don't have the experience necessary to do this job?
Well, I'd ask the people in the room. Have any of you, how many of you, has my opponent come and spoken here before? No. Do you know his name? Does everyone know his name? Right. Do you know what he's done? Can you give me 2 achievements of what he's done?
Nothing.
No, nothing. Okay, there you go, that answered your question.
The retirees, however, did not fail to notice that Wyatt danced around some of the more difficult questions.
How are you polling?
How am I what, sorry?
Polling?
Polling? I don't know, what's your feeling on the mood out there in the electorate?
So what did you think about what Wyatt Roy had to say today?
Well, it was pretty usual stuff that you see on TV. He's going to be a very clever politician, I'd say. He answers a question with a question. He never really told us anything we didn't know.
I was very impressed. I thought that he did very well. There's been this worry about him being too young and not having enough of life's experiences, but I think he proved that he is right across all of the subjects.
Do you think he answered the questions like a true politician?
Off record.
So, whether you like him or loathe him, in Longman the Wyatt wagon wheels on towards what is sure to be an interesting result in one of Queensland's most marginal seats.